All right, so it is Tuesday, the 24th of May. Welcome to today's Start Strong mentoring call. This call is designed for you to jump on and have small group mentoring to help you hit the first 2 milestones in your business. So everyone has their blueprint groups where you get to watch all of the videos to help you start your business strong, and you can watch them on replay as much as you like. And my intention for this call is for you to have the coaching and mentoring and support that you need from upline leadership to help you hit those promotions. So make sure that you utilize this time and that you plug in all of your new team in the future into these mentoring calls. Adam does incredible kickstart calls also. And sometimes it's really great to hear different perspectives from different leaders, because we all have very different strengths and passions in this business, and you get to lean into all of that support and that collective leadership, which is phenomenal in this business. So let me have a look. So if you've just jumped on, I've just asked you to pop in the chat how long you've been in the business for, so I know who I'm talking to. So Kylie, 7 weeks, Anna, 7 months, Simone, just over a month since March this year. Justine, new to this training, but been doing this a couple of years. Beautiful. Joined yesterday. Welcome, Kitty. Congratulations on making an incredible decision for your future. 12 months, 9 weeks. Awesome. So we have a bit of a variety here. Now, last night on training, Kate and Anthony shared some slides around how to start your business strong. Sometimes I share those slides here, but I thought because they were on the main event last night, I would switch up today so we're not in repetitive mode. And what I really wanted to use today for, in that case, is the mentoring part. So I try and keep some variety on these calls. So sometimes we'll go through the compensation plan, and other times we just focus on the coaching and mentoring, which I thought would be more valuable today, considering last night you can watch that recording. So we had a great chat last week around some challenges that were coming up in business in, really moving forward towards those first 2 promotions. I really believe that this business is simple, but it doesn't always mean it's easy. And we all come into this space with different skills, different backgrounds. For some of you, come into this space and you're like in chapter 2 when it comes to learning some skills here, whereas others, maybe you've been in some businesses where you get to borrow and lean into some of those skills that you've learned in the past. So maybe you're in chapter 20. So definitely resist the urge to compare your journey. Just stay in your own lane. And the thing that I think is the biggest game-changing tip is to really just focus on the next step in front of you, because I'm a PMD plus in this business now, which is as high as you can go. And if you had have asked me 8 years when I began this journey, there is no way in my wildest imagination would I thought that was possible for myself. Just letting you know, in case it's noisy, I'm sitting outside because the internet is terrible inside today. So that's how committed I am. I'm sitting out in the cold and the rain for this call. I've got my slippers on. It's a little chilly today. But I'm sorry if there's a bit of background noise. So yeah, just focusing on the next step in front of you. And the truth is the next step is always achievable. It's always in the realm of your possibility, but usually there's a gap in, some skills that need to be learned, or perhaps the gap is just stepping outside your comfort zone and doing something you've never done before in order to achieve that next step. The beauty of that is that's why it feels so good when you achieve it, because success doesn't feel like success with the other side of the coin, right? Which is knowing what failure feels like. And so in this business, I encourage you to celebrate the wins as well as the moments where you feel like, oh my God, how did I get that wrong? How did I have there's so many conversations I had in the beginning where I'd get off and I'd be like, oh my God, why did I say it like that? Or, but they're learning opportunities. Remember that you're an apprentice, right? And I had a coach once talk to me about, we all have that inner bitch noise. And he said to me, if you expect her, you change your relationship with her. Because this thing is, we all have the noise. We all have the naysayer in our head telling us we're not enough. We're not going to be good at this. We're not like her, doing the comparison game, pulling us down, right? And she has a primary role in our life. At times she does keep us safe, right? And, you know, kind of like balances things out. But also she does hold us back from our potential. But when you expect her and you understand that it's completely normal and she's always going to be there, she's not going anywhere, and we all have her, right? Then it's a game changer, because you no longer have to really invest in what she has to say, right? And so it's the same with, if you expect to suck, if you expect that you're going to have some moments where it's not just easy and you don't just succeed overnight and you've got some learning to do, then you don't beat yourself up when you fall down. You don't beat yourself up when you have a conversation that didn't go to plan, right? So expect to suck sometimes and the journey will feel a lot lighter. And that's how we grow, right? That's how we learn. So, yep, I'm yelling at my kids to get off the internet. That's probably my greatest challenge in this business, is consistently good internet. So, so I want to know what I can help you guys with specifically today. So you can either bring yourself off mute and have some coaching and mentoring with me. And remember that your lessons always serve the many, and are always a gift. Or you can pop something in the chat that you feel like you're feeling challenged with. And also, if you feel like you've had a win and you've learned a lesson and you want to share that with others, that's always really, really powerful as well. Feeling a bit stuck as my deadline for senior partner looms. Okay, so this is a really great teaching topic. First of all, mindset is everything, and words carry energy. Words are powerful, and how we speak to ourselves. It's like, have you guys seen like that? I forget what it's called, but that Japanese scientist who studied water, and that when you speak positively over water, the molecules change and they either become really pretty, the shapes in the water. I can't remember right now what it's called. Someone might be able to put it in the chat. And if you speak negatively, then they become like ugly. You can see the negative imprint in the water. Dr. Emoto. So if anyone wants to look it up. So our bodies are at least 70% water. So when we speak negatively, think about how that filters through our whole system, right? And it actually brings our energy down. Is it kinesiology, where you can literally test, like muscle testing, right? You can feel what energizes your body and what brings the energy down. So when we're feeling stuck, which is legitimate, right? We all have moments where we're like, oh, I feel so stuck. And this isn't a great feeling for the human spirit, because the human spirit is designed for growth and evolution. And that's when we feel joy. So feeling stuck is the opposite of feeling expanded and joyful. One thing that I changed in my mindset early in the game is changing the word stuck to challenged, because feeling challenged is actually positive, because challenge helps us grow. And without challenge, we don't expand at the same rate, right? It's what refines us and defines us. And so it's completely normal and completely okay to feel challenged. But the thing is, what I want to challenge you on is that if you're on this call, you're not stuck. Because the very act of logging into this call meant that you took a step forward towards your growth and evolution. So you are actually moving, you're not standing still. So well done for getting outside of your own way and getting on this call. You're no longer stuck, right? But now you're feeling challenged. The challenge is your gift. Wake up every morning on your journey to senior partner and tell yourself, my challenge is my gift. My challenge is my opportunity, right? This is your opportunity for growth and refinement. Because as you grow, your business grows at the same rate. So there's a learning that needs to occur in order for you to break through to that next level. And the reason why it's important for you to have that challenge is you're going to have team in your future that have challenge in the same way. And if you don't learn how to overcome it, let's just say I was a leader and I would never do this because I don't believe it would benefit you. Let's just say I'm like, Liana, I just got 5 customer orders today and you need 5 to get to senior partner. So I'm just going to gift them to you, right? And on one hand, that would feel really good, but I know that actually wouldn't be empowering leadership, because I would be allowing you to skip the learning that needs to occur in order for you to be a great leader in this business. And what it would actually do is your journey to SC, the next level, I would probably prolong it because you didn't get the lesson here that you needed to get to that level. And now you're going to feel like even more of a failure because it's going to take you even longer to get to the next lesson, right? So we can't bypass the lessons. But when you say to yourself every day, the challenge is my opportunity, now you've shifted your state of mind and how you show up for it. So what is the gap in the learning now? What is the challenge? Is it often the first place to start is our belief, right? Belief in the product, belief in the industry, and then belief in the company, and then belief in ourselves. So out of 10 right now, I want you to rate yourself in these. What is your belief out of 10 currently in the product? And be honest, because it's a positive. If you go, look, it's only a 5 out of 10, that's great to know, because now I can direct you on how to get it to a 10 out of 10, right? So if it's lower than like a 9 or 10, right, you're responsible for bridging the gap. There are so many incredible doctors who have done lots of trainings in the past that you can search for. Dr. Mitra Ray and Dr. Sears, I would highly recommend you look for any trainings that they've done in the past. They're really good for solidifying belief. Read the studies, or even reach out in the Juice Plus franchise page. I'm looking to grow my belief in the product. What is everybody's favorite short video or document that I could read? Because the more, and Kate spoke about this so eloquently last night, is that the more I see the transformations that can occur from this product in whole families, in helping them build healthy food cultures in the home, the more I feel a sense of responsibility, a duty to share this. In fact, not being loud about this, not sharing it, not having the conversation with someone who needs this is actually selfish, feels selfish, because I'm withholding something that can be life-changing for them. So what happens is you go from too shy to share it because you feel like you're selling. And if you don't authentically love it, you will feel like you're selling. But when your belief becomes a 10 out of 10, zero part of you feels like a salesperson. You feel like a person of service. Like, I have to share this with this person, and they feel the shift in your energy. The most certain person always wins. Certainty is powerful. They will feel your authenticity, and you don't need to be a health expert to feel someone's authenticity and what it's done for them and why they're passionate about sharing it, right? In fact, the less you're a health expert, sometimes the better it can land, as long as your belief is strong. The next one is belief in the company. And again, get to know, like, we've just spent the week with our CEO, and she's literally like our mother hen in a way. Like, she's there for us on every level, not just in business, the whole company. It's like a family. Like, they're so close, we literally can touch them and speak to them, and they actually really genuinely care about our success as well as theirs. We all rise together. And, we get to speak with them on a monthly basis, if not a weekly basis, to ensure that we're all moving forward in an aligned way. And they really, really care. Not to mention, globally, the company has been around for over 50 years. It's debt-free. This product has been the most researched nutraceutical product on the planet for many, many years. It's tried and tested. Like, there is just so much information that will help you feel secure here, because, I've built an empire with this. I want to make sure that empire is going to be there for years to come. You want to make sure that you really believe in the company that you're investing your time in. And a lot of network marketing companies, they don't stand the test of time, right? A lot of the new ones that are like the bright, shiny lights that some people get distracted with in our team, they're not around. Like, they're new. They haven't stood the test of time. And I believe the percentage is well over 80% that don't last more than 2 years, right? So you're in an incredible, incredible place. And you can take my word for it, or you can go and again, do that research and build your belief. The next one is the industry. And this is what held me back in the beginning for the first 12 months. My business didn't grow, but my customers were off the wall. Like, I think I had something like 75 customers, right, in the first few months, because my belief was so strong in the product. So it was easy for me to share and recommend it. But what wasn't strong is the business side. I didn't believe in myself as a businesswoman, and I was embarrassed about the whole network marketing stigma. I didn't really get it. So no surprise, my business was stagnant, right? How can you sell something that A, is a secret, and B, that you don't believe in, right? And so 12 months in, when I finally had my defining moment, like enough is enough, rock bottom moment, I started being teachable, right? There's another teaching point. Rather than watching the Kardashians, I started actually plugging into team training. And I also watched some of the belief building links that I was meant to watch in the beginning. One of those game-changing one was How to Build Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. It's on YouTube. How to Build Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. That just like the light bulb moment for me happened listening just to that. There's also Rise of the Entrepreneur. Obviously, our team training is amazing on Monday nights for building belief as well. I can promise you, I don't believe I would have created the success in any other industry that I've been able to here. Not only as a mother who wanted to live in alignment with her values as a stay-at-home, hands-on mom, but also just as a very feminine woman. I just don't believe that I could have given what was needed in corporate or other business structures. This is a model that supports feminine energy because it's about being of service to others and community, which actually builds feminine energy, whereas corporate business depletes feminine energy and builds testosterone in a woman, and it's exhausting and unsustainable. So I love this industry so much. We see people of all walks of life have equal opportunity for success. And again, the louder I got, the clearer I got, the more excited I got. My business just blossomed almost on its own because now people are attracted to me. My posture transformed. Posture is everything, certainty, right? I don't need you. I hope you join me. I'm campaigning for your success. I'm cheering you on, but I'm okay if this isn't for you. And I know that I'm the one with the gift. I love my life. Like the last 8 years have been incredible beyond any other time in my life. Who I've become as a woman, the adventures I've had, the growth I've experienced, the financial freedom, especially when I came into being an independent mom, that would have been terrifying on a whole nother level if I didn't have this income supporting me through every season of life. COVID was zero pressure for me. My business actually grew during COVID. Right? This company has supported me through every season of life. So I'm so proud about that. I'm so excited to share it. I feel responsible to give this gift to so many other women because I've been blessed with so much abundance in this space. How could I not? How could I not? Right? Now, for some of you, you'll say, well, that's great. That's easy for you to be so strong in your belief because you're there now. You know what? It's actually harder for me to share now than it was when I was where you're at, because my income and my experience is so far outside most people's realm of possibility where they're at their like chapter 1. They don't believe that they could be where I am now. But what they can believe is, oh, she got a $100 bonus, $150 bonus. I think I can do that. Oh, she's making $500 a month, like just in pocket money from this business. Okay, well, I feel like, I could probably achieve that. So where you're at now, sharing your journey, the more vulnerable you're willing to be, the more you're willing to be seen, the more you're willing to share your experience here, the more attractive you're going to become. So what that looks like for me, if you look back 8 years or 7 years ago on my social media, every time I got a bonus, I shared genuinely how transformational it was. I went from zero income as a mother to earning bonuses where I could just go and get my nails done or like buy myself some flowers or go and have coffee with the girls and not have to feel like this is not my money. Like I have to ask, not that like I was in a dynamic where I felt like what was his wasn't mine. It wasn't like that, but there's a sense of empowerment when you have created the income. And I believe your network and your net worth and self-worth are intrinsically linked. So as my net worth raised, my self-worth began to rise. And it was rock bottom when I started in this business, right? After 8 years of being a stay-at-home mom, as much as I had a sense of worth in that arena, I didn't have it anywhere else. And so as I've grown that income, I've grown that confidence alongside it, right? So where you're at now is really powerful as long as you're willing to share. Like, you know, $500 a month extra is transformational. It's life-changing to families. How many people do you know that like would love an extra $500 income in their bank account every month? How much that would make a difference? When I first made $1,000 a month, which is when I finally 12 months in, I sucked for 12 months, by the way, like absolutely sucked. I quit and cried and had tantrums all the time. Right, all the time. And the only reason why I came back in is because my partner was doing it. Otherwise, I never would have come back to it. Right. And then when I finally did get it, and I'm like, okay, well, $1,000 would mean so much to me. If I could make $1,000 a month, that would just be like, oh my God, like $1,000. It felt like so much money. So much money. In fact, it felt just as good as my very abundant check feels today, because that's where I was at. That's all I could dream of, to go from zero to that. So don't think that you need to be further along in order to start sharing and inspiring people. People want to come with you on the journey. People want to build the community of empowered women with you. They want to be a part of it. They don't want to just rock up and tag along for the ride once you're there. They're more excited to do it with you. It's just learning how to share your mission and your vision in an excited way that has certainty behind it, that you're certain where you're going. If you're certain where you're going, let's just say that you lived on the Gold Coast, right? And there was like this new incredible shopping center that was opening, right? And it just had all these amazing shops that we've always dreamt of shopping in, like from America or what. I love to shop. Maybe you don't, but just pretend you do for a moment, right? And I called you and I said, Linda, oh my God, the most amazing shop is open and they have like these incredible cafes and like, we're just going to go shop till we drop. And I know how to get there and it's amazing, right? I haven't been, but I heard it's amazing and we're just going to have fun anyway, right? You're excited because I'm excited. You're coming, right? You're coming with me. I've never been, but we're going together, right? You just have to have that same level of certainty and confidence here. And you know what? And this is the other thing. This is why knowing your steps are really important. Like you have to map out where you are and where you're going. Because if I rang Linda and I said, look, we're going to this amazing shop. I've never been. I've got no idea where it is, but we're just going to wing it. It's like an hour away and we're just going to guess where we're going, right? And we've got to stop for fuel on the way as well, right? That's a bit of a challenge, right? I hate fueling my car. Who hates putting fuel in their car? Anyway, it's less exciting to come with me, right? Because you're just like, where the hell is this woman taking me, right? But if I'm like, I know where I'm going, but we've got to stop for fuel. But when we get there, it's going to be fun. It's like, we know there's challenge along the way, but we're still going to have fun, right? So apply that mindset to this business. There's going to be some fuel stops, but I'm at partner. Partner plus is me plus 2, my order plus 2, right? I might have some bumps along the road, but I know exactly where I'm going and I'm going to keep plugging into the calls and learn the high paying activities. And I'm actually going to do them. I'm going to put fuel in my car, right? Then you know that you're going to get to that destination. Certainty wins. You have to make the decision. You have to go all in. People feel the 1% of uncertainty. Now, the last one is out of 10, what do you believe in yourself? Now, this is a tricky one, right? This one's interesting because you can't just go and find belief. I can't give you a link. I can certainly give you some trainings in order for you to refine your belief, but I can't say, here's a training that is going to make you believe in yourself 10 out of 10, right? Belief happens only through action. Belief is a muscle. And you actually have to use your power in order to grow confidence and belief. So this is one of the ones that really screws you up. The others we can teach and train you till the cows come home. This one you have to do for yourself because you will keep running in circles and trying new things the more you wait for belief to hit. Feeling uncertain today. I don't know if I can do this. I'm just going to wait until I feel confident. It's never going to happen. Right? It's that wishy-washy hoping. It's just not going to transform your life. You have to step outside your comfort zone. The magic for building belief, the magic equation is Comfort zone, step outside your comfort zone, but in the realm of your possibility. Giant leaps, way too scary. I am not even moving, right? But in the realm of my possibility, but still have to do some scary shit, that gap, that's where you grow belief. And that's why you just look at the next step in front of you, whether it's partner plus or senior partner, or just finding that one teamie, or just finding your first customer, whatever fits that is in the realm of your possibility. Like, okay, if it's life and death, I could make that happen, even if you feel a little bit scared. So let me come back to that question. Awesome. Guys have put your feeling stuck. Okay, so I think I answered that. So work on those belief things. And then that's where I was going with that. So it's interesting because people come into this business, and some people are incredible at customers and they think finding team is hard. And some people think finding customers is hard, but they cruise along with team members. So what's the truth? Neither of them are the truth. The truth is whatever you're more passionate about, whatever you believe in more, is your zone of genius. It's easy because the energy, the vibration, right, is strong. It's attractive, right? So bridge the gap in whatever area you're feeling more challenged in, right? So if it's you're feeling challenged and you know, it's just finding that first customer, let's bring it back to that. There are lots of how to find customer trainings. I know Ange Simpson's training is amazing at that on the schedule. Kimberly's training is amazing at that on the schedule. Adam's got really strong, amazing verbiage. So just plug into all the trainings that are going to teach you the exact skill set that you're feeling most challenged in. Once you start practicing those skills and learning from the leadership how to apply it, then maybe you'll switch to focusing on, okay, now it's team. I want to refine that skill. And again, you plug into the right trainings that are going to help you grow that skill set. Okay. So hopefully that gives you some inspiration on how to move forward, like from where you're feeling right now. Paralyzed. What is it that you feel paralyzed about? Is it doing something new? Is it caring what other people think? Give me a 1 if you feel like you're scared of what other people think of you, if that's the challenge.
I think it's that. And also whenever I face something and I'm facing a deadline, I just start to get paralyzed. It's like that. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh no, it's like 2 days or 5 days. Now it's 4 days. Now it's 3 days. You know.
All right. Beautiful. No, that's beautiful. That's another beautiful teaching point. So it depends. Some people thrive. It's actually quite a masculine energy. It's very masculine to have deadlines. Men typically thrive on deadlines. Women are more like the seasons. They fluctuate. And I'm going to be doing a mapping your cycle training in a couple of weeks, which is very powerful because it massively impacts your business. Female hormones massively impact. 1 week I'm on fire and I could literally lead the entire world. And the next week I'm regretting any decision to show up for anything, right? And if I'm not aware, then I'll probably quit my business in that moment, right? So there's some powerful things that I'm going to speak on. What can feel better to the feminine? You need to find balance with this, because I have to be honest that having deadlines and changing my mindset of what it meant, right? Yeah. That fear, I turned the adrenaline rush into excitement, right? Because there's reward on the other side, right? But sometimes language patterns can help as well. So for example, playing full out. If you tell yourself every day, I am going to play full out and I am going to absolutely do everything in my power to achieve this goal, and I'm excited to see how close I get to hitting it. You know, if you're bullshitting yourself and you haven't played full out, and this is where you have to be able to be accountable to yourself. But being excited to how close you get is very different to I'm a failure if I don't hit it. Can you see how that language can completely change how you feel? I'm excited to see how far I get in the compensation plan by conference. I commit, I promise, right? Here's another thing. I'm going to try versus I promise, or my goal versus I promise, very different vibration in the body, right? And I've done this training before. Imagine you're at the altar with the man of your dreams and he turns to you and he says, my goal is to be faithful to you, right? You'd be like, wait, what the hell? Your goal? Okay, how long are you going to try hard at that for, right? Or if he says, I'm going to try and be faithful to you, you're out of there, right? It's over if that's his level of commitment. But if he says, my promise is to always be faithful to you. So I want you to make promises to yourself, but not promises that you may not keep. I promise to hit senior partner in 2 days. Look, there are going to be some external factors outside of your control. That's not a reasonable promise to make. But I promise to become the woman who is deserving of that senior partner leadership. I promise to learn the skills. I promise to continue showing up until I get there, no matter what. I promise to never quit on myself. I can't wait to see how close I get this week to that promotion. That is an entirely new vibration.
Yeah.
It feels, can you feel the difference? Close your eyes. Think of your next promotion. Even if it's just, I'm going to try and get a customer today. I'm going to try and get a customer today. Versus, I promise to be a woman of service today. I promise to ask myself every day this week, how can I be of service to others? I promise to lead myself today. I promise to lead by example. I promise to play full out. I promise I will not quit on myself. And I'm so excited to see the woman I become tomorrow, today, in the next week, and when I hit that next promotion. How different does that feel?
A lot different.
So whatever resonates in that conversation, whatever words feel powerful, and make it your own. Write a little sticky note. I had so many, I had my game-changing moment was at my second conference. I was SC, mainly on my own customer base. And I had my defining moment where everyone was, all my friends, like I've, known Kate and Anthony for years. We had the same midwife. Our kids grew up from babies together, like Linda, like these were all like my dear friends, and they were all killing it and having fun and getting celebrated and partying. And I realized I was choosing to sit on the sidelines. I was choosing not to celebrate life, to dance with this opportunity. I was holding myself back. And I really had like I had a internal audible snap, right? Where I was just infuriated. And at the time I felt infuriated with all of them, right? I was projecting it. But really what I realized is I was frustrated at myself. And when I went home, I was talking to a friend of mine and she said to me, be so loud they can't ignore you. And that was my mantra for 12 months, a good solid 12 months. That was rocket fuel every day. Be so loud they can't ignore me. Because I felt ignored. The truth was I was being quiet and small, right? They weren't ignoring me. That was just my projection. But I knew that I was capable of more. You know that you're capable of more. And there's a point where you just get so damn frustrated with yourself because you know that you've got more to offer, that you're not offering the world, right? And so every day, every time it was hard, every time there was 2 days left for me to hit a promotion, be so loud they can't ignore me, be so loud they can't ignore me. Now that may not feel like fuel in your body. It didn't, once I had grown, I grew out of that, right? That doesn't feel like fuel to me anymore. I know that I'm seen, but I don't need to be seen anymore, right? I'm very like grounded in my energy now, but that's been an 8-year journey. So different things are going to trigger each of you uniquely, right? That is going to trigger that fuel in you. But that was powerful fuel for me every day. When I had to dig deep, when I didn't know if it was possible, like when I just wanted to get that energy to play, that inspiration to play full out right to the finish line of every month, be so loud they can't ignore me. In 12 months, so from that SC, 2 months later, I was a QNMD 12 club. 3 or 4 months after that, I was an NMD 39 club. which was January. June conference, I was 100 Club and Franchisee of the Year. That's how powerful that statement. There was two for me. What would a boss babe do? And be so loud they can't ignore me. Because I didn't identify as a businesswoman, right? But I needed to grow into one. So how do you grow into a businesswoman? You be before you become. You start acting like one. Okay, so Linda wants me to do this thing. I really hate public speaking, but what would a boss babe do? Okay, I'm feeling really tired today, but I've committed to these calls. What would a boss babe do? I really don't know if I'm going to hit this promotion. There's only 2 days left, but what would a boss babe do? She'd play full out and she'd be happy where she lands because she knows that she did everything in her power. Right? And so that energy and that attitude pushed my business into massive momentum. And because of my vulnerability in sharing my truth around how much of a stretch it was in my personal growth, so many women were growing alongside me. Together we grew, together we rose. It wasn't like me leading them as like I was above them. Like we're all on the same level, equal power, but different, growing together. And the more we lean in and share our vulnerabilities and our strengths, the higher we rise together, right? So you get to be that for so many other women and trust that where you're at now is where you're meant to be and also where you need to be in order to inspire and lead the women in your network. I forget how I got onto that. Oh, and the other thing was, that's right, caring what people think of you. This paralyzed me for so many years. And truthfully, it was one of the reasons why I was so shy and like I was screaming on the inside a lot, but just like I was constantly shape shifting to fit what I thought each individual friend or person in my life wanted or needed me to be. And it was the most painful, inflexible, frustrating time of my life. And the more you learn to not care what other people think, the more free and joyful and authentic your life becomes. And it's, you know, it's a wisdom that comes with age. And it's just honestly, when you break free of the chains of caring what people that you don't even know, most of them, right, think of you, or you don't even really care a lot of the time. First of all, most of the time they're not thinking of you. Secondly, if they are, it was one fleeting moment and they're no longer thinking about you or talking about you. And thirdly, if they are, it's only a projection of them, their values and their beliefs. And actually it says nothing about you, right? Something is only true for you if you choose it to be, right? So these people that you're caring so much about, what will they think of me? Are they paying your bills? Are they going to set your future free? Are they going to like light your world up with adventure and joy and fun and freedom? No, they're the chains. What I know to be true in my experience, successful people who are already either where I wanted to be or beyond were only ever excited for me, only ever happy for me. People only speak shit who are jealous, who are envious, who are not where you're going, who want to hold you back at their level. Why on earth would you be loyal to people who want to stand still more so than you'd be loyal to your own future? Be loyal to your future, not your past. And don't waste energy explaining it to them. Just shine a light on your journey, and it will transform a lot of their journeys too, right? Not by you convincing them. By you convincing them, they'll want to stay stuck just to prove you wrong. But if you just go on your own journey and be a light in their life without convincing or explaining, sooner or later, they're going to want to have some of what you're having. It will be undeniable that you have something that they want. Beautiful. So Linda's a nurse and she's looked at the research. And what's cool about that, and you might be able to understand it on a better level, but our studies, like the way that they're published, Juice Plus actually cannot influence the results of them. Like they're independent research. So yes, sometimes they will fund the study because who's going to pay a scientist, right? Like you have to like provide either the product or funding. Like some scientists have studied it because they're doing their own research and they've chosen Juice Plus, but other studies have been funded, but that's because people need to be paid. But they have no influence on what the research results are and the way that they're independently published, right? So essentially Juice Plus, have taken risks. Like let's hope that it comes out like good results, right? And they have, and they've been their Medline score that they've got from their journals, like they're literally the highest rating studies that you can find. So there are some really good videos that you might be able to find in some of the franchise pages where they talk about that stuff. I've forgotten the verbiage because it's been a long time since I've watched them. But once you understand that Juice Plus cannot influence the results, and then you understand what the results are, it's very impressive. Yes, I am recording this. Yeah, so Hayley, that obviously the other way of becoming like 10 out of 10 with your belief, most importantly, is to be a product of the product. So that will grow naturally over time with your own story, but also as you see more people share their testimony in this journey as well. I'm struggling with talking to people face to face, like mums of kids. They're seeing what I'm doing on social media and supportive and wanting to know more. But when I see them, I don't feel I am grabbing their attention. Okay, so I believe that Juice Plus is a vehicle for our mission. So when people say to me, what do you do, Kira? I never say Juice Plus. Now, it's not that I'm not proud. It's that I know that people don't understand what that means, right? So, and I'm attracted to Juice Plus as a vehicle for my mission. So I have two missions and we have two, I believe there's two vehicles in Juice Plus. There's a business vehicle and a health opportunity, right? So business, health. And some people will be attracted to one or the other. Some are attracted to both. So I have two missions in life. One is to empower women to find their voice, their self-worth, and financial independence. Juice Plus is the vehicle that has helped me find my voice. It's grown my self-worth, and it's helped me create financial independence. My other mission and passion in life, and always has been before this business, is helping families build healthy food cultures in their home. Now, there's many ways that I do this, equally with empowering women. And I've written an entire program to support that. And Juice Plus is one of the vehicles that is collectively a part of that mission. It bridges the gap. It gets me in conversations with families, right? It helps me implement something straight out that is going to help them build a healthy food culture, help them crave more fruits and veggies, help them get great results as part of a collective program. So when people say, what do you do? So let's just say I'm in a situation where a mom's like, I love your social media. I find it so empowering. What is it that you actually do? I get that all the time, right? People are curious because I don't explicitly say. So it depends on what the conversation has been. If I know that they're definitely leaning more into like, as a businesswoman, what do you do? Then I share. I coach and help women how to find their voice, build their self-worth and create financial independence through an online program. Tell me what gets you interested, right? Put it back on them. One short sentence that is like, wow, what the hell is that? That sounds exciting. I want some of that. I need to find my voice. My self-worth sucks and I'm not financially free. I definitely am interested. If I had said, oh, I do Juice Plus, most people would have an assumption of what they think that is and that it's not what they need. Now, on the other side, if I was talking to someone that saw some of the fruit chews and they're like, tell me more about that, what is it that you do? I'd say, oh, I have a program that helps families build healthy food cultures in their home. Why? What gets you interested? Then they're going to share their pain points. I cannot get my kids to eat fruits and veggies, blah, blah, blah. I hate cooking for them. It's so challenging. Oh, this is one of my greatest passions, right? Now, if you're talking from an ambassador point of view, you could say, oh, I'm now an ambassador of this incredible program that helps mothers with just that. We have the amazing fruit and vegetable chews. They're part of a worldwide health study. And part of the results have shown that it helps children crave more fruits and veggies. And then we have this amazing program that backs that up. It helps mothers cook really simple, quick, easy meals that kids love. My kids absolutely love the recipes. KFC chicken is one of their favorites, and it's actually healthy. Do you think a mother that is struggling to get her kids to eat anything that resembles a vegetable is not going to be like, tell me more? When you go, oh my goodness, if this was true for you, my kids just, I struggled the same. I totally understand how you feel. I felt exactly the same way. Then I found this program and these chews, and my kids are already eating so many more veggies. Feel, felt, found. Resonate with her. I totally understand how you feel. Before this business, I was so financially disempowered. I felt like I was screaming on the inside. I was so shy. Never in a million years did I think that I could be a businesswoman. But 8 years in, oh my goodness, my life has completely changed. I have so much freedom. I feel so confident and empowered. And I had so much support in becoming the woman I am today. So practice, first of all, think about what lights you up. Usually the guiding light will be what attracted you here. So I get the most emotional revenue from helping mothers who feel exactly how I felt. When I can see a woman grow into her greatness and step into who she was always meant to be, that fills my cup beyond the financial revenue. That is my mission. That's what I had to learn. My pain has become my wisdom. And now the revolution or the evolution of that is that I now share the wisdom and help other women with that same pain. Your pain is your wisdom. And if you're learning it, even more powerful, share it as you learn it. So think about what attracted you to this space in each vehicle, right? And there'll be different reasons for it. And then think of those one-liners to express what you do in a way that creates curiosity, that is like exciting for people to want to know more, that speaks to their pain points and the pleasures that they would love to receive in life, that gets them asking more. What you don't want to do is be the one talking for 10 minutes before you take a breath and they're just like, oh my God, I did not ask for all that information. This woman is selling, right? You want to have the one-liner and then don't talk. And they'll be like, huh, that's interesting. What about this? And you just keep adding a seed and they are encouraging you to talk. They feel in control of the conversation. They're asking you, they're selling themselves. Now, that's the art that you will learn over time. But if you're not willing to have the conversations, then you're holding yourself back from the learning. And this is one of the biggest blocks for the level where you guys are at now, is just learning that. So get clear on what excites you and practice in the mirror. How would you deliver that? Now, you can borrow mine until you really feel like a defined, more authentic version of you along the way. You can borrow that. I'm excited to find my voice and financial empowerment, and I really want to help other women do the same. I've felt really blocked in this area for a long time. I've felt really stressed about my finances in the future, and I'm now surrounded by all of these incredible women who are coaching and mentoring me how to create this for myself. You don't have to pretend that you're there. It's actually more powerful to own that you're not. Vulnerability. I've built this business. I had the widest, strongest business in my building mode, and everyone knew it was because of my vulnerability. That's what I'm known for, because I wasn't afraid to say, this is where I'm at. It's been hard. I've been sad. I've been frustrated. This is how I'm growing. And let's do that together. That's feminine energy, being vulnerable. And soft. We don't have to be like, masculine, push, drive, competition. It doesn't work in this space as effectively. My challenge is converting all of the people that I've invited to the opportunity group and getting a response. They're ghosting me. Okay, so you could share some of the conversations and strategies with your upline to see if there's any refining there. but you want to be completely unattached to the outcome and just see it as planting a seed. Now, water the relationship, not necessarily the conversation always. I think it's important to be explicit and clear, but also just be a good friend. Linda was a 3-year conversation and we were just really good friends. She didn't constantly pressure me around Juice Plus. It was always there. She watered the friendship. And when I was ready, I came to her. So see it as planting a seed, then water the seed. They obviously are not in pain with their health or the business right now. But when they are, you're the person they think of as long as you've kept watering the seeds and been consistent. They will go to the first person that is top of mind when they're in need. Let's think about it, right? Changing your life or your health, change is hard. Change is painful. Like there's usually pain before pleasure. And a lot of people, they just prefer to be comfortable. Like they're uncomfortable being 20 kilos overweight, but it scares them more to make the change than it does to stay 20 kilos overweight. It's not until they have their enough now is enough moment, whether it's an event that they didn't feel great at, or a wedding that's coming up where they want to feel good, or a pair of jeans they've never not been able to do up before, or something will happen. I'll go, okay, what have I seen? Okay, that's right. Simone keeps posting these incredible before and afters. She's been such a good friend to me. And, you know, she's not pressured me, but I know she's always been there. She's the person I'm going to reach out to. I know, like, and trust her. And that's what you want to create, is rapport with people where you know, like, and trust, where they know, like, and trust you. So Cherie, change your relationship with a no, expect them. This is not for everyone. And the more no's you get, the closer you are to a yes. No's are normal. You're often a no in life, and it doesn't reflect on the person. It doesn't mean that, you know, when you're walking through the shop and someone's trying to put lotion on you, when you say no, it's not because it's not a reflection of them. It's just like, you're not interested in lotion today, right? It's like if you call your friend and you say, Justine, let's go out for sushi. And Justine does not like sushi. So it's like, ew, gross. I hate sushi. You're not going to take it personally, right? You're just going to be like, okay, that's weird. Sushi is delicious, but you're not going to go and cry and quit ever taking friends out for lunch, right? So it's the same. Expect people will say no. This isn't for everyone. And it's usually a no, not now. It's not usually a no, never. I was a hell no. I'm never doing Juice Plus. You're a crazy Juice Plus person, Linda. And like, I just can't even believe you're doing that thing. Right? And now look at me. So she knew it was a no, not right now. I thought it was a no, freaking never, never in this lifetime. Right? But you just never know. And you also get better at your conversions. So like I've had 5 customer orders. One of them is 2 premium children's health study orders from one lady plus 120 powder. Just in my inbox, I've got no idea who she is. I've just been consistent. She knows me, likes me, and trusts me based on my social media. She feels that way. And she's just inboxed me, here's my order. Can I have this, please? Right? And so my conversions are so high because most people have already sold themselves before they even reach out. I attract my marketing like at this point. So you'll have that transition. You have to be in it for the long game and in consistency, and you'll get better and better at adding value where that occurs. Shelly, it will definitely be powerful for you to plug into the cycle mapping because it will just make you aware of just different hormone fluctuations in general, because our hormones affect how we think and feel so dramatically. And there's also a lot of tips on how to boost the happy hormones that you have control of. So definitely powerful for anyone, even postmenopausal. You'll get a lot of good tips, and especially if you are raising daughters as well. Oh, that's so funny, Cherie. I feel the same way. Like I really could not care. Not even like not even 5%, not even 1% what my high school friends think of me, especially because I'm living an amazing life. So good luck to them if they think something negative, because I love my life. I'm of service every day to so many people. What I do lights me up. Like, I'm only proud of who I am and what I do. How to Build Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. Yep, Linda's popped it there. Okay, so there's a great question here. I think it came through directly to me. Is the 1% of, when I talked about 99.9% certainty versus 100% certainty, people feel the difference. There is a challenge that's common, and that's the struggle between full-time job and online business. Because not only are you balancing both and that consistency, but also for some people, there is a genuine concern of what would my employer think, and I have to be careful of how I express what I'm doing. And that's where you don't probably want to be making public declarations of, like, you know, being someone else owning your time and you building someone else's dream. Like, they may not be the kind of things that you would be sharing. But, you know, like, when we first started this business, we had a business that was demanding like 70 hours a week of our time. But the thing is, nothing was going to change unless something changed. So there was strategic imbalance. There was having to work hard in lunch breaks and after hours. But if we didn't do that, then we wouldn't have been able to free ourselves. This is what it looked like. Traditional business, Juice Plus, right? This started growing. Oh my God, it was hectic. It was hectic. And then it flipped. And then we owned our time. What we did is we got clear on how much do I need to earn in order to drop it, to close the doors. So what happened is we had a health studio. We knew that $10,000 a month collectively between the two of us meant that we could survive and close this down. And not only did being so explicitly clear on the dollar value drive us faster, because the closer we got, the more excited we were to get there, the harder we worked for it. Whereas if you're unclear, you're not excited, you're not inspired, you don't know, right? You don't know how far you are. It could be ages away, right? But the closer you get, the more excited you are. The second we hit it, we burnt the bridge, it's gone. Fuck, now we really need to maintain this income, right? We literally shut it down that week, the second we hit 10K. He then trained a few clients at a gym around the corner, just like rental space for another 6 months, just to get our income up just that little bit more, and created that bit of certainty. But he only had to do that a couple of days a week. So we literally bought back like 50 hours a week that we were then able to sew into Juice Plus. And then at that point, Juice Plus just skyrocketed, and we got rid of every other income and business and only focused on Juice Plus. So know what you need and start buying time back. What would I need to make in order to buy a day back of my time? Maybe your business that you work for isn't structured like that and you have to like go full-time or nothing, or maybe you can go full-time casual. You just need to work out your stepping stones. The clearer you are, the more excited you are and inspired you are to work on this, right? And so just see it as stepping stones. And then when you get to a point where it's feasible, burn the bridges and put all of your energy in this. But don't do that too early, because you don't want your energy to be desperate. You want it to be excited. People can feel desperation. Look, I'm going to be really honest, is that I was in chapter 20 when I started this business. I'd been adding value around health and recipes for a good 5 years before this business. So people were already like begging to buy something from me. This is the thing, law of reciprocity. The more you give, the more people are compelled to give back. If you've never added value online, especially, then you have to build that rapport and that reciprocity. So literally I had people in my inbox almost on a daily basis. Do you have a recipe book? Do you have something I can buy? Do you coach? Do you like, people wanted to give me their money. So I was able to master attraction marketing pretty much very early on in the game. Reach outs were more just with clients and people that I already had in my network. So I didn't have to do a lot of cold market stuff. But in the beginning, for most people, you need to be working on both. Start adding value and working on the attraction marketing game but make that experience quicker by trying to master some of the reach out conversations, because that's when you'll really, really grow some network marketing skills as well. Okay, Linda, you lost your traditional job. You have been given a gift to just go all in and play full out. And there's a beautiful, vulnerable conversation there that you can be having as well, right? That like, because even if you're not getting a lot of financial revenue here in the beginning, what you will be getting is a lot of mindset assurance and like grounding and personal growth, where you at least can trust yourself and have your own back just mentally and energetically. And that would be a game changer.
And actually, I was doing the gratitude about money in my bank, and some unexpected money came in my bank. So
Amazing.
yeah, so I'm really okay. And another job opportunity is coming up that is pretty laid back, where I can do this while I'm making money. So it you know what, things always work out in the end. I don't know why I panic, why I worry, because they always do. They always will work out. That's what it's always been in my life. You know, you get through the challenge and things work out, but it's just being in that in between that's really uncomfortable. And if I can just develop that technique to get out of my way, that's when I can really shine. The times that I have done that, they're brief, but I'm trying to figure that out. How can I just stay out of my own damn way?
And that's so true, right? And this is a beautiful point to end on, is that the only reason why we're not living the life of our dreams or succeeding on whatever feels like success to us, now remember, success means something different to everyone, is because of the way we block ourselves from it.
Yes.
And each of us will have a different flavor of that, right? Like whether it's, I don't look a certain way, I don't sound a certain way, I don't have a certain skill set, like whatever your belief block is, right? You're just simply blocking yourself. The universe, it's there for your taking, and you are blocking yourself from it. Success is available to everyone. It just doesn't come for free, right? You have to do the work in order to be the person that is deserving. You are worthy. Every person on this call is worthy of success and living the life of their dreams, but it doesn't mean that you necessarily deserve it. Because if you're standing still and you're not refining and defining yourself, and you're not facing challenge, and you're not showing the universe that you can hold success, because this is the thing. If I didn't have the defining and refining along my journey, I wouldn't have been able to hold the success. I wouldn't have been able to hold a call, which was 22 people or whatever it was today, without that refining. I couldn't have held success. So you have to show you're worthy just by being born. You're worthy. That's not even a part of the equation, but have you shown up for it? Have you done the work, right? It doesn't just land in your lap. It's an equal exchange of energy. The universe has it here for you, but you have to show up for it. So unblock yourself. Unblock yourself. Keep showing up. Work out what it is, and then work on that part, that block, right, to break through. And honestly, there will always be another glass ceiling. There'll always be a new block. Every level is another devil, right? But that's the beauty. Growth and evolution over a lifetime, as the human spirit craves continual growth and evolution. That's why there's always another block, another level to master. So work out what yours is right now and just focus on that one and break through to the next level. All right, amazing. I'll post this recording up in the Juice Plus franchise page for everyone. Thank you for joining me.
Thank
and I'll
you.
see you guys next week. Thanks, Linda, for your shares. Have an amazing day.